Welcome everyone to the daily Ulti portfolio update. Today is Thursday, October 16th, and it was a bad day for Ulti. As I'm sure many people are aware if you're checking your Ulti position daily, we were down 1.69% today when the overall NASDAQ was only down 0.37%. Ulti just had what looked like an ex-dividend date today, even though that was actually yesterday. Today was payday for Ulti. And if we look at what happened, we see that on average, I'm going to highlight it in yellow, the stocks were down 5.81% today. Only one winner from today, which was CoreWeave, up 1.8%. Everything else, all 22 other stocks in the portfolio were down, and we had 4 that were down more than 10%. Those were NewScale, Cipher, but that's just a small position, Quantum Computing, and Rigetti, the 2 quantum stocks that had been driving Ulti's portfolio up for quite some time now, were both down. Quantum down 11.73%, and Rigetti Computing down 14.86% today. The yellow highlights here are all the Bitcoin or Ethereum related stocks, the crypto related stocks. Looking at the price of Bitcoin today, it was down 2.23%. Ethereum was down 2.76% today. So when Ulti has this much crypto exposure, especially in, IREN, HUT, and Cipher, these were down big. BitMine immersions down 5% and strategy down 4.35%. So it was not a good day for Ulti at all. I do know there was one day in recent memory where a lot of things were down. I don't think it was ever only 4% winners, but yeah, just kind of hard to see this. Today was kind of the only day where I considered possibly selling some of my Ulti because I think they're too exposed to crypto right now. And looking at it, these can really drag down the portfolio. Now, they could also drag the portfolio up, and I might be singing a different tune if Bitcoin was up a lot or if Ethereum was up a lot today, but just the risk of this much exposure to crypto kind of has me worried, and it would be nice to see them divest from it and add in some more positions from other industries. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Is Ulti too exposed to the crypto space, or are you comfortable with that? I'd be interested to hear what you guys think as well. So yes, 1 winner, 22 losers on the day. The only announcement of significance, I think, was from CoreWeave. And so the news was that CoreWeave appointed a chief revenue officer to lead their growth phase. And his name is Jon Jones, and it made me think of the UFC, or the former UFC fighter. We don't know the status of Jon Jones. He wants to get back on and onto the White House card, but we'll see about that. But anyways, there wasn't much news here. I think, Coinbase had said they're launching an all-in-one financial platform for small and medium businesses to receive crypto, manage assets, and possibly earn an interest rate on US dollar stable coins. So small news from Coinbase there, but not enough to keep it up, and it was down 1.8% today. So turning to just the buys and sells from today, they sold off 2 positions, or actually 3. This one line item confused me, and if anyone else is downloading the Ulti trades from their new website, let me know and tell me if you see this as well. But it says they sold 100 shares of Galaxy, and I had never seen them holding Galaxy before. So perhaps this was related to an options trade, but I couldn't figure out why that was there. However, they did sell $27 million worth of CoreWeave and $37 million worth of Symbiotic today. Looking at their previous holdings, that's not all the positions in those 2 companies. Make this bigger. CoreWeave before, they had about 179 million, so just a small chunk of that. And then Symbiotic, it looks like they had 140 million. It doesn't seem like they're divesting from these stocks fully, but we'll keep an eye on that and check back in tomorrow to see if they sold more of CoreWeave and Symbiotic. Now, they did place 2 more options trades in the stocks that we are tracking for options, including Lucid and Figma. So looking at Lucid, they placed these trades, I'm going to highlight in yellow. And one was a closing of a covered call. The other was buying back a put. And then they collected some premium as well by selling a covered call expiring on October 20th. And they collected some good premium there. So the net transaction here was 1.125 million, which is good to see. So they're approaching $5 million in net options credit on this Lucid trade. And I'll hide that chart. Right now, Lucid trades at $20.53. So they're down 13.45 million on the Lucid stock price, but when you net that out with the options credit, they're only down 8.5 million, down for 8% on their Lucid trade. And then here on this chart, we have the stock options credit and profit and loss. The green line is their options credits, so that should remain flat most of the time, but it'll increase as they write more calls and sell more puts. The red line tracks the value of their stock position, which unfortunately has been going down quite a bit. And the black line is the net of that. So the trade started off okay, and it was profitable for just one day. Then as Lucid just went down further and further, the options credit was not enough to offset that. And the black line, unfortunately, keeps going down. But we're going to really need the stock to move up. Otherwise, they'll just have to keep rolling, keep selling more calls, or trade out of this position. So that's the Lucid trade. For Figma, a lot going on here, but the good news is that they placed some more trades today. They sold a pretty chunky covered call for about 4 million, sold a put for 6.2 million. They bought to close a covered call for only 285,000 and then closed out a put for 2.4 million. The net of all that trading was $7 million onto the plus side. So now they are positive in options trades by about 3 million. The stock price has gone down to $57.79. We saw it was down 10% today, unfortunately. But if Figma can recover to around, I think, the $60 range, we are going to have a positive trade here. They're down 10 million in stock, up 3 million in options, so down 7.6 million total for down 6.37%. Before, I think they were down like 10% ROI. So Figma trade is working a little bit more in their favor, especially now that they're positive in the options credit. So again, that was a pretty good trade here, and they extended it out to the 24th on some of these. And the put that they sold at the $61 strike price for 6.2 million really helped them out, as well as the covered call that's expiring on the 24th. So Figma trade looking good there. So that's actually not the end of the video. I forgot to go over the trades we've been tracking since September 22nd. MP Materials and Symbiotic were both sold. MP was sold yesterday and Symbiotic was sold today. Not the full position, they still hold on to some, but I wanted to show you the paper gains that they made. So I decreased the share amounts. They sold 400,000 worth of MP Materials, 400,000 shares that is. So their new cost is now 85 million. Symbiotic, they sold, how many did they sell today? It was 500,000 shares or 37 million. So 37 million, and we decreased their cost basis there and their shares there. That means the unrealized gains decreased, but the realized gains increased. And so MP Materials, I don't have the amount here, but you could see cost them 28 million. If you go back to MP Materials here, you see sold 400,000 shares for 88.96. So that's 35 million, 35.8 million. And so the gain on that is roughly 7 million. Did the same thing with Symbiotic, sold 500,000 shares, average price 74.31 minus 500,000 shares times 56.76, and you get 8.7 million. So they actually had some pretty good trades here for these two stocks. The overall trades, though, are not looking great at the moment. I mean, we're still positive, up 1.7%. We've made 15 million, and the unrealized gain right now is 14 million. But Lucid and Figma and Qubit are kind of in danger there. So we'll see how these pan out. I'm expecting a few of them to start moving to this unrealized or to this realized gain loss table over here. And hopefully it's all positive like we've been seeing with MP and Symbiotic. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye.